Hello, I'm Steve Mason and I'm back once again with Just Jack Sharp.
Hi everyone.
And we're about to do Predators and I'm pressing play right about now. Now, like last time, this hasn't been planned. Originally, me and Casper were going to do our debut podcast for Under Siege. And Jack was like, "You're not fucking doing one without me." And then Jack's came, but unfortunately Casper's had to cancel. So Casper was going to join for this, or I don't know if like we were going to do Under Siege or this. I think we're doing this now because the trailer's just dropped for the fourth one and we're done and dusted now, you know what I mean? And we can say goodbye to this little sequel, unless you really want to do Alien vs Predator, which I don't think we should do straight away.
I don't think we should do it ever. I don't think people should speak of Alien vs Predator. It's
Well,
just a horrible film.
So this film starts off straight away, like kind of good intro for a movie though, isn't it? Like wake up mid-foot, like what's happening? Well, what is happening?
Have you ever had one of them dreams where you feel like you're falling?
It's not very good. When you wake up and shake, it's just
Yeah,
like,
it's horrible.
It's fucking horrible.
Absolutely horrible. But no, I know what you're talking about. It's straight away, it just gets you. It brings
even with
you
the title screens, even like literally, like we were talking about this last time, like Predator 1 has a slow build, it slowly builds. Predator 2, like fuck me, next thing you know you're in the middle of a gang warfare going on here. This, straight away, bang, into it, you know what I mean? Like what's going on, and straight away the music is so familiar.
I think every single music sequence on this is from the original.
There we go, parachute. Hits the ground. Predators. Again, they're totally different. Now this was originally wrote in the early 90s. And it's one of Rob Rodriguez's first early writing scripts, as he was trying to get a lot of money for El Madarachi, and it's made by Troublemaker Studios. And this floated around for a while, and this is kept in the same universe as the originals. Didn't want to call it Predator 3, so they called it Predators. And it's a film that gets a lot of shit for having the trailer when there's loads of dots on the people, and you think, fuck me, you think it's going to be a war, you think it's going to be like all these military guys against a fucking army of predators, and when you see the film it's one dot. So Adrian Brody as a choice, what do you think?
Piano Man.
Piano Man? King
Piano?
Kong?
Nah, he's probably most famous for piano, like.
Well, he's an Academy Award winning
piano?
director. Yeah? The pianist.
The pianist, that's it.
The piano man. I am the piano man. I come from down your way and I can play.
Oompa, 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 ba.
Yeah, he's a real strong actor. I think he was cast because you didn't want to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger character. I don't think they wanted to go for a strong lead woman, which maybe they should have went. This guy's pretty... Oh, it's Danny Trejo. You can't have a Rodriguez film without Danny Trejo. Robert Rodriguez was going to direct this, and he's just written and produced it. It's directed by Nimrod, who did films like Vacancy and Armored. So
I was glad to see this guy in this film. Not that guy's dead. This guy.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, because every movie I've seen him in since
Desperado, from Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Robert Rodriguez, yeah.
He's just in loads of like just low budget movies, and it's just like, oh, you're a waste, because he always plays a small part, but he's a good actor. And
he was in prison, you know.
Did he?
Yeah, he was in
Probably
prison.
Why?
He's been in 237 movies.
What?
Recently did a baboonery for Dead in Tombstone. And I was waffling on about that. So he's paying back, and this actor's really good. He's actually in the Thing prequel, and as you say, paying there, he plays the... He's Russian, isn't he?
See, I didn't like this bit, because not this bit. I dig the whole minigun thing. I thought, no, you should have just left it.
Aye,
because
you're not Jesse Ventura. You don't need it.
No way.
Because
He is no sexual tyrannosaurus.
Ain't got time to bleed. This film, though, all the cast in this is pretty famous. There's but a few that you like. What's he in? I don't know. But straight away, you got Danny Trejo. This guy is a very strong actor. He's a Bane. He is a Bane, and he looks like Pancho. You know what I mean? But no, Adrian Brody is a good actor, but I think he's proper fell off the radar. He's been in Boardwalk Empire, apologies, but he seems to be doing a lot of low budget stuff. But
I'm not going to even try and pronounce this guy, the Russian guy's name.
Antron?
Nah.
Chesney. It's called Jeffrey.
It's actually called David. No. I'm not going to even try. Look it up yourselves.
But yeah, this one's straight back to the jungle. And it was a long time after. We're talking nearly 15 years between the second and third film. You know what I mean? It was a long time. And it's just familiarity. But it's not a team. Different people. I'm a strong woman again, like the lady in Predator 2. But everyone seems to have got their own weapons. It's like
everyone's got their own individual. Well, they're all from individual parts of the world, aren't they? And they're all like got different skill sets.
It's like typecasting somebody, and they're like the best of the best at that, you know, and armed combat.
Or the director was totally for equal opportunities and thought, I'm going to have every single race in this film without upsetting someone.
He was pretty strong, the director, because keeping it grounded. There was quite some outlandish ideas for predators on motorbikes and drinking and all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Like a proper slumber party kind of. Like, this is meant to be the Predators game reserve. But it was all shot between Hawaii and Texas. So it tries to follows the roots of the original movie as well, as Jack pointed out in the original commentary, how they're sort of the forest had started to fucking die and had to create loads of leaves.
Well, that to bring loads of tropical plants in, didn't there?
But yeah, vast forest, some of that we're familiar with.
See, I would have liked it. I would have liked them to do a remake, a total remake of the first one.
What are you going to remake? Oh.
Well, look at Predator. Not Predator, The Thing. And then The Thing came out. It's still the same kind of concept. It's the same film, just obviously revamped, more special effects and this that, and the other.
No, but The Thing's a prequel to the Carpenters. John Carpenter's is the remake from '82. That's a remake of a 50s film.
Okay then, so it's been remade 3 times.
No, because the new one's a prequel.
Is it?
It's set 48 hours before John Carpenter's.
It's been a while since I've seen that film.
That could be an interesting concept to do that as the next podcast.
I couldn't watch the original like.
Why would you shit your pants?
No, I'm not black and white.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's like, there's a bit where, because it's not a creature, it's like a Frankenstein creature. And there's a bit where he comes in off the business, he goes, shut the door! And he hasn't even come in the fucking door. Now, the actor here on the floor who is the criminal is Walden Woggins, who is absolutely amazing as Boy Crowder in the Justified series.
That's where I recognise him from now. I was thinking, what have I seen him in? And yeah.
He's in Sons of Anarchy as a transvestite. He's in a new one with Danny McBride, I think it's Vice President. And recently got a really good big break being in Hateful Eight as well, so he's a brilliant actor. If you see him in Justified, he's just like, he's meant to be the bad guy, but then he's just great. He's a great actor.
You kind of feel sorry for him a little bit, don't you, when you see everyone with everyone's kitted out in all military gear and things like that. As soon as you see him, you think, yeah, he's a convict, he's come straight from prison. And you think, what's he going to have on him? And he has a little shank or something on, doesn't he?
It's all the psyche though, isn't it? It's all the psych evaluation, it's all like... And there's the next big actor, famous for being in 70 Show, and was Venom. Toby, I think he's called.
Yeah, he is.
Just proper subtle... look at that gun he's got there, man.
It's a beast. Oh no, he's not Toby, it's...
Look here, what it just...
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace. It's just like there, boom! Minced on that thing.
That is a mega gun, that
But then again, it's like, you know, it's not a commando unit. It's not a tight police force. As you said there, it's people from all different kind of things, and again, it's got a bit of elements of the thing. Who's who? Who's what?
See, he throws you off really because through the thing you see everyone like armored, and then you come to the prison guy who's a guy from prison. He's only got a shank on him. Then I come to him, and it's just like
Psychological psychopath.
What's he doing in it?
Great actors. Like, this is where. I mean, I tried to watch this after the last time me and Jacka did the podcast for 2. And if you get the Blu-ray has all the extra features. The DVD has fuck all. DVD does look awesome with the red box. Suits it well. But if you get the Blu-ray, you get the audio commentary with Rodriguez. You get all the prequel. And you get all the extra features, which is good. But when I was watching this, it doesn't, to me, feel claustrophobic enough as the original. I mean, look at all that forest behind them, and there's fuck all in the foreground. Do you know what I mean? Not like the original where it would have, you know, like Jesse Ventura in the background blurred out here. You'd have a snake coming down there, and it just pans around the opening. First sign that they are on a different planet as well. But again, coming off Alien vs Predator, and that, as people, as fans, we didn't know what universe this was going to be set in. Was it a reboot? Was it like, you know, you don't know. And it's the same, well, there's the little creatures there. And we've just seen the trailer for the 4th one. And what do you think of the 4th one? The 4th one's got it's back on Earth. There's fucking signed people involved. There's now a fucking Bigfoot looking fucking predator. The trailers, I mean, to me personally, what's going to make the film if Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it as a cameo. As soon as people know Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it as a cameo, closing out, that'll be it. You know? But like, you know, it's got some good actors like Thomas J in that.
I'm back!
He's back. But yeah, again, it's...
No, I don't know.
But again, it's just called The Predator.
If they're going to put Arnie in it, he should be a main character in it.
No, he's just going to have to be an extra, man.
No. He's...
hopefully there'll be an outtake or some form, whatever, me and Jack film after this. But in the first one Jack was on about, we're just talking about there how it's Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and now the new one's called The Predator. And if you work in any kind of form of retail or entertainment, the doesn't count in an alphabetical order. So we're now going to have 2 Predator films. It's like John Rambo. First Blood Part 2, Rambo, Rambo 3, Rambo. It's like, what order does that go in alphabetically? It's just like, it's all over the place. I found a film called Alien vs Hunter that Jack was on about. It couldn't call it Hunter, it calls Predator. So I've got Alien vs Hunter in the other room, and it looks like a proper low budget cheese fest. So that'll be something interesting.
I think we should just watch it, and instead of doing a commentary on it, just watch it and then just do like a kind of a review on it.
I remember back
it may not be very long. It may just consist of going, don't ever watch that film ever.
This may shock people. I mean, me and Jack have just been doing this. Is the 3rd podcast we've done, but we've been doing this for years. I remember watching, what was it, Shark Attack 3. We watched it 4 times or something in a row because we couldn't stop laughing at how bad the film was.
That bit in Shark, I know we're going off the film, but where there's like a rubber dinghy and the shark just kind of comes up and swallows it, and you're just kind of like,
it's a super
special effects on that were so bad that I just want to tear the eyes out of the sockets in my face.
It's like the shadow. It's like the shadow when it's it's coming, and it's just, I mean, forget Meg. This is like decades before Meg.
This part here was probably the first time when I watched this film was when I realised, hold on, something's amiss, because that doesn't look like a normal plant.
This actor, although he's a big actor, I think he's got quite a good sense of vulnerability. You know what I mean? He looks like someone who would protect you. You know, I think he's a brilliant actor. Him, in the thing as well. I like how he survived his glasses. He's just been upside down with the fucking. But that sets up a plot. Looks like what?
He didn't have them on when he was hanging upside down.
Well, exactly. He didn't have them on when he probably got dropped from the sky. That's pretty awesome. Shot that. And I mean, I know that exists in the world. That's got to be Hawaii. No, maybe it's Texas. That, you know, looks dry.
Yeah, it is Hawaii.
You reckon? Nah, it's not. It's too. He's got a proper curly voice.
No, I'm going Hawaii because all the whatchamacallit, like the rock formation, it's like a volcanic rock. Hawaii, it's like an island.
Yeah, true. Well, I'll give Jack his geographical.
He's another second clue that they're not on. They're not on Earth.
You know, it was probably about 10 grand special effect there as well.
No.
Robert Rodriguez is pretty good on. I think if you go on Robert Rodriguez and, you know, him and Quentin Tarantino started out together meeting, you know, when he had Reservoir Dogs and Rodriguez had El Malarachi. And you think of how many films Tarantino's done. Robert Rodriguez has probably made 3 times as many films because he does digital and he just does stuff. He's a very like productive thing. Tarantino writes and stuff like that. And Rodriguez is quite good. I thought though that he would have been played by Antonio Banderas. If it was made in the 90s, it would have been Antonio Banderas, the lead actor.
Oh, definitely.
Coming off Desperado and stuff like that. It's great that Danny Trejo's in it, but the red heron. Something's not right. Just a badass. But again though, going back to where Predator 2, I mean, the film starts, but look how far it's slowed down here. It is taking time to get to know people.
But do you know what? You've just read my mind. I was just about to say the only thing I didn't like about this film is how long it actually takes to get the Predator involved.
Yeah. Or the Predators. But yeah, I mean, it does establish the characters. These are new characters. It's meant to be a different world. And they haven't gone sci-fi, like big fucking cities, purple skies and shit yet. I mean, I think there's a reveal in a minute about the sunshines.
Do you know what? For me, that is probably one of the best shots I've ever seen in a film.
What's that?
The shot that's about to come up when they realised.
Do you know
they're
when
not in Kansas anymore?
The bit of, have you seen the bit on have you seen Pitch Black?
Yes.
And the
Similar.
This one's better. Do you know all that film was bleached like that?
Really?
Proper risky business back then, because back then you couldn't digitalize stuff like that, so they bleached the film so it looks like that blueness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, if it's fucked, it's fucked. Anyone who's because obviously Jack hasn't heard my podcast for Extra yet. You probably not watch it as well because there's a midget clown in the film.
What did we watch yesterday that was a clown in?
I don't know, I wasn't with you yesterday.
Night with the Watchmen or something like that.
Oh, I've just seen that downstairs on Sky.
Yeah, I was sat there, I was editing like me videos and that on the computer, and I thought, I turned and looked at my wife, and I thought, she keeps staring at us. I'll tell you what, I'll stop editing, I'll come and sit. I literally sat down for about 2 seconds, and the clown came on, and I went, whoop, that's me. Time to go back to me edit, and she just started laughing at it. She goes, I didn't tell you that there was a clown. And I was like, you should have.
I just seen that downstairs on the Sky. Noticed that John Cusack's new movie, Blood Money's on there. I was like, fucking hell, I've been waiting for that to come out for a while. Now the dogs, the Predator dogs, or whatever you call, these are based off the Predator 2 ship, where you see the alien's head. Its head is based off the big skull thing on the wall as well. So that's where it got, and we're about to have a little, well, it'll be very soon. I'll talk about it because I don't know if Jack knows it or not. Yeah, the Pred dogs.
See, I think there should have been more than just the dogs.
Ah, you got 2.
Pred dogs.
Pretty dogs. Alright, see the jungles. That's definitely Hawaii.
Duck. Hey, there's the log.
From the original eye. Oh, we've seen this before. That's maybe what Schwarzenegger was trying to do in the original. Remember when we were looking at the sticks and we couldn't work out why he'd done that? So, what are they implying there? The Predators did that? Or did Arnold Schwarzenegger do that? Do you know what I mean? Because someone's had to set them traps. They aren't Predator ones, are they? But yeah, cool. But again, I think this should have came a bit more quicker on. And again though as well, is he going to save her? Because he's just been acting like a hard ass that he didn't give a fuck.
Fancy that.
Wow, she is pretty sexy like.
Nah.
No?
Nah. No fan of Latino like.
I don't get that. Don't get us wrong, sniper rifle and all that. But like, if you're in close combat, you don't fucking zoom around with a scope.
No.
You just what's that? Oh, that's this fucking tree. I can't see shit.
There's a nice
Well, that do you know what that looks like though, don't you?
yeah,
Alien?
it's Jesse Ventura. No, that's what I was thinking. That Jesse Ventura, he's been blasted in the back and it's just ripped him open.
Yeah, but that looks like an aliens came out of him.
Oh no, see, the first time I seen that, I automatically thought,
Blaine.
Blaine, that's it.
Mm.
Keep just saying his like real name. Oh, that's Byron.
Again, I've set the traps though. I mean, it's me and you getting naughty here.
No.
Again, no, like back to the first one. Again, no, I'm not being funny, but Bill Duke. Do you know what I mean? He's cast very much like Bill Duke.
Yeah.
Bald, black, sweaty head guy. You know what I mean? With eyes that penetrate, staring at the fucking trees where the underwater jungles come.
And there we go.
Yep.
First thing, the Predator.
Again, though, it's just digital in it. Do you know what I mean? It was too colourful. Again, though, do you know what I mean? We know now that that can be easily done. We're looking at the Predator video we did.
Yeah.
You know. Is it there though? Again, going back to that scene where we were saying it should be there. Should be able to look back and go, oh, it's fucking right, it's there. They don't see it, but we see it. It's too clear on the faces. Do you know what I mean? It's too like,
yeah,
because you couldn't see shit. Well, especially when Schwarzenegger was getting his ass whipped, and it's just like.
The thing is when, oh no. Oh, he's getting his ass kicked. He's got the mask off, waking like where he doesn't see his nose. There, it's just the. Here it is.
At the end of the jungle. It's a great reveal. That's a stunning shot. I mean, that's Hawaii.
Oh, aye, definitely.
Yeah. There's a lot of money spent there on the digital effects. It looks class.
I could do that in Photoshop.
Putting the Predator behind us again.
Yeah.
Getting Hawaii is getting overused. You know, you've got like Jurassic Park, Jumanji. It looks amazing. I looked at going to Hawaii, you know,
When you
in
want
February. It's too far out of the way. It's like when I decided to go to China on the way back last time. It's like, oh, wait, you want to go what? Like that. Because I was thinking of going to that. I got invited to the camp when they were going for the thing, camping up in all the way up in Alaska, man.
Right.
And that's coming up about the same time, and I was like, you know, could I do that? But it's like a fucking 2-hour drive once you get there, and you got to get to Vancouver and stuff like that. And I'm like,
man, it would have been totally worth it though.
it would have been if we were 10 years younger, I think.
What do you mean? You've got no. For me, yeah, it'd be a ball ache. I've got 2 kids and 1 on the way. But for you, you just.
Oh, I'm not saying it's fucking freezing. Look how cold it was at the start of the year.
Buy your jumper.
Look at him, he's got his little knife.
Come on, man, you got 2 motherfucking guns, man. Somebody give me a gun.
Again, though, I think they had to be careful not to, like, you know, Bill Paxton. You know, he looks a bit like Bill Paxton, and you don't take that attitude. That tattoo's a bit. I wouldn't bother with that tattoo on his face. But they are prison tats, aren't they? The Yakuza. And
spotted something.
The size of that fucking gun he's got.
And notice we know what's coming, but we're still dead super quiet.
Do you know, oh, it's the dogs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it the dogs? Aye,
Yeah,
it is
it's
the
the
dogs,
dogs,
aye. Do you see what I mean? Based off their heads and the... Again though, just scene from the first one where they just blast the fuck out the forest when there's nothing there.
See, I see. This is the thing I don't get it. There's that many guns that.
It should turn into like
Yeah.
that.
How were you possibly missing? Especially him.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to reload as well. See, to me though, I would have had this bit happen at night time.
Mm.
It's a beast of a gun, that, like.
Sure. See,
He fucking just walking up to him with a full blown thing. But this shows you how lethal he is as a character, you know what I mean?
yeah. Five bullets. Bap, 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 bap. Minigun. Probably about 100 bullets in that scene, and it took about what, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to kill it.
Look at the face on that though, it's proper evil. Again though, I'm not too keen on I don't think that CGI's aged that really well there. And that's alright. It's very like Michelle Rodriguez's character, you know, at the same time.
Do you know what? I've been thinking that throughout. I mean, the last time I watched it, at first I thought who it could be. Like who could have played it? But then I think, is she past it now? Is she?
Well, she's back in Fast and Furious. I think at the time though, Michelle Rodriguez, she had that driving ban, didn't she? She got sacked from Lost and stuff.
Right.
They're definitely not in Kansas now, are they?
Definitely not. See, if that was made a bit weird to see all the moons and that, I probably wouldn't click.
Mm.
I'd be stood there going, Fuck, he's all looking at.
Oh, it's still breathing in the background. So I watched Backlot Murders.
Do you know what part that like totally reminded us of? The bit where like the pig, he's getting and he's stabbing it like that. There, the
Kill the pig.
for the first one.
Jeez, could you find anything bigger? I watched Backlot Murders. That was the last podcast I did the other day, and it's a serial killer film, slasher film set in Backlots Universal Studios. Uses sets of the Lost World, Jaws, and I'm watching it, and it was proper letterbox to fuck. And it wasn't until like maybe it's an hour into the movie, I started to fucking scream at the television. It's a fucking Predator score. They used the Predator score in the film. So I was like, have I got some guy's fucking work print when I bought this? Do you know what I mean? I mean, the concept, the idea is amazing. Like, film a movie on Backlots of Universal Studio. Probably not tell Universal Studio that you're going to use a psycho house in the background while you stab somebody, you know? So I'm sure there's going to be a few copyright issues there. But that was the Predator soundtrack. I was just, I can't believe that.
Wait, I would have cost a canny bit to get the rights for that.
Well, they probably didn't. It's never been released over here.
A while ago.
Well, he's got all the answers.
He's clued up, isn't he?
I don't want to be the one to say this, but Adrian Brody's got quite a big nose, hasn't he? It's a bit like Triple H. Son of Sam, though, isn't it? Summer of Sam.
Gonna put it out there. How I was on about the equal opportunities and this, that, and the other. I'm going. Definitely. In fact, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh yeah, Dan Chuju's missing. We.
See, I think he was killed off far too soon.
Oh, he probably had about
See, I'm worried, but
films.
then again, I don't think anyone's going to watch Predators that hasn't already seen it and then watch the commentary first. Like me and you doing the commentary and then watching the film.
See,
hopefully not, because we've totally ruined it for them all.
See, that's what every director says at the start of the commentary. I hope you've seen the film before that.
Obviously, we should have said.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're listening to us and you're looking at artwork. You're not watching the film. Do you know what I mean? I am interested in doing the audio commentary for Branches. Talk over the top of Branches, because I'll be able to put the video on it and drop the audio.
Ah, right.
And do an edit that way, you know what I mean, which would be pretty decent. Sit there and destroy my own film. Imagine I was just a massive bit of shit. Damn it. Get the break. I actually Dan Cheju, who obviously was in From Dusk Till Dawn, was in From Dusk Till Dawn 2 and 3, and now the TV show.
How many times does he want to die in it?
Well, it's like, yeah.
I don't think I've watched any. I don't think I've. Oh, have I watched the second one? I don't think I have.
Well,
because sometimes I watch a film and I think you can't make anything else from that.
Well, he was in Desperado, and then he was in Once Upon a Time in Mexico as well, which are the same trilogy of films, along with El Malarachi. But
I
it's just
can't say anything because that guy's who's in the first Predator is in the second Predator, and he dies in the first one.
Well, I think what's the funniest about it as well. Oh, you on about Carl Weathers?
No, not Carl Weathers.
He's called Henry. The stunt guy.
Got the long hair.
I was telling Action Jackson yesterday when I seen him. I said, Jack thinks Carl Weathers should have been the main star of Predator 2. I said,
but just as a different guy.
You can't do that.
Of course you can. Just say it's his doppelganger. For those who don't know what doppelganger is, watch Vampire Diaries.
You watch Vampire Diaries?
Yes, because my wife did. And I kind of got into it. Same as Grey's Anatomy, which is just the best.
You look so camp doing that there.
I try to be.
But these awkward silences when Jack swings around in my chair, deadpan looks at us and goes,
From that distance, okay?
he's definitely dead.
From that distance, with that gun, when she put it up to her eye, you'd think she probably going for a headshot. She shot him in the back.
It's a pretty bad shot, wasn't it, as well? Well, it's probably she went for the heart because it's on the left side of his back.
I know, but still, from there, you could have probably just
Again, here with a shot of the jungle, there's not a lot of stuff in the foreground. Do you know what I mean? Well, it ditched that fucking gun. Has he got any ammunition left after the last time, man?
He's not used any from the last time.
She's got like a fucking sky remote on top of her fucking scope, like. Thing is about this movie, spoiler alert, it's fucking totally left open and we've had no payoff. That's Adrian Brody's gonna turn up and fucking Predator parachuting down.
I got out. Please.
I'm hoping Annie brings us back a Deadpool cover of Predator. She was in Walmart yesterday in Manhattan. And I was like, oh, would you bring this?
Where was that at? Was that in?
They were in
your
America.
place? No, but was that in your place?
No, they're American covers.
Right.
There's loads of different ones, like, but the Predator one for my Predator collection. Cause
I've seen them. I've seen them somewhere.
I sent you the picture of them.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's probably why then.
Jimmy Hoffa there. So we've got a Predator camp.
Or is it? If
Or
you've never
is it?
seen it before.
Well, again, as well, I think what this did well with the trailer, I think it hid the fact that there was a Uber Predator. You know what I mean? Which I think looked really creepy. Very octopusy like especially when they open the mouth, you know.
And here it is, guys.
What they call it is the classic VHS or the classic video cover.
That's the next head you need to get. The skull
What do you mean the skull?
of a predator.
I've got that Predator behind us. Oh, is
Yeah,
it
but it's
there?
got the skin on it.
All right, skull.
What did I say?
You said skull.
That one's Billy's in the middle. You can tell.
Well, they reckon that some of them are. Someone on IMDb was saying one was definitely Max and stuff like that, but that Predator died, blooms. I hope. Do you know what I mean? Anything like what was found there, the government would have found that though. Quarantined it. This is what they call a classic video Predator.
He's a money shot.
Not holding back though, you know what I mean? It's not got a mask on. And I think this will catch people off guard if you hadn't seen it, because like, oh, there it is. It's crucified. How would he get like that?
Or that's not the predator. Like if
That's the
someone's watching this for the first time, they'll
Aye.
go, oh, what's that?
Aye. Well, that is the Predator from what we've done from the original. Crucified.
But the thing is, there'll be people who are younger than us who are about 16-year-old, and this will be the first one they ever watch.
Oh, I mean,
They'll be like, whoa, this film's awesome. And you'll be like, watch the original.
I've had
pal.
someone coming in and asking for all 8 super films before. I was like, there's not 8 super films. There's a film called Super. There's a film called Super 8. They've got nothing to do with each other, and there's not 6 missing out the middle of them. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be getting that close, like.
Especially with that gun. Just give it a poke under the chin if you can.
I was like me before.
Fuck is that thing?
This is a mistake. We have to leave. Now.
Where's the tough?
Who's missing?
He left us.
Adrian Brody. He's
He's here.
Oh yes.
tricked him. Skewered. See, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't. Oh, he does a better.
But there's three of them, isn't there? There's three uber alpha predators. I love the flashpoint coming off that gun. See, it doesn't have that what we used to in the original, you know what I mean?
Kind of builds up, doesn't it?
Again, though, we're pretty well into the film, you know. But again, as a curveball, you've just seen what? Oh, the fuck's that? More?
Mm.
Yes, you've got to have a good old-fashioned fall in a Predator movie. And obviously in a waterfall. But look at the velocity they're coming off there, though. That's not like... It's pretty cool camera effect there as well, going out in the water. I think this was filmed months after this was filmed in Texas.
Oh,
The second guy
that
going
was
there.
knacked.
I remember JJ Perry telling us about he did the stunt double fall for Sean William Scott in Welcome to the Jungle. When him and The Rock go down the hill.
Right.
He said he banged his head that hard. He said he just was next to, you know, he was back in LA. He didn't even remember getting the flight home. And I watched it back after that and I was trying to spot where it was him. And it was probably there. That's it, see, he's got a tripod.
Give me a
A drone now. He's got a tripod.
It's got
But there, the reveal. Pretty cool reveal for the Predators. You know, one sitting on the branch there. We've got tusks there. Honda.
See, I don't like that one, like.
With a jaw.
Aye. See, I like the first one.
Well, a lot of people for a while just thought that was the mask that the jaw of an alien.
Mm.
I think this would have been a great time as well. They could have had some cheeking out to another film and carried on that tradition in the multiverse of the sci-fi world.
Yeah.
Especially 20th Century Fox. That was the Alien Predator with the big ones. I'm not saying like get something from Star Wars, but
You shut us out. You led us into that death.
I tell you who I would have cast instead of Adrian Brody. Keanu Reeves.
We were bait.
Nah.
He's got the same kind of. We're gonna happen to watch a girly film because I want to watch Lake House again. Have you seen Lake House?
Mm-hmm.
It totally fucks your mind.
Is that with the letterbox?
Hi,
Who's that? Keanu Reeves and
Sandra Bullock, yeah, from Speed Reunite. I think the next one's got to be Demolition Man, like.
Yes. Then Face Off.
I think I'm gonna Face Off on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I want to see Face Off at the Pictures of concert. I was like 15. Like, oh yeah, go in. It's like 4 people there.
You got it.
Why don't you tell them the truth?
I better talk.
See, the typecast here, she knows the backstory, and that's her being Anna from the original.
Mm.
He's got so vulnerable eyes, that guy, isn't he? It's like, so since I did, if you're keeping track of our podcast, since me and Jack did Predator 2, I've done Prayer of the Roller Boys, Watchers, Silver Bullet, Darkman 1, 2 and 3,
Bloody hell.
Extra and Backlot Murders.
I spec ops team went
Busy guy.
I've enjoyed doing them.
Good.
Jack does live miles and miles away.
Only one made it out.
I suppose we'll have to have Evelyn in if she came to yours, and came to yours to do yours.
He said they came in contact with
What if you came at mine?
We'd be like Alex. "Rah!"
No, I can't have him. He'd ruin it. Come on, mine. We'll do a Disney series. Evelyn can sit in the middle of us.
So let it snow, let it snow.
that justice might be a light.
You see the trailer for Dumbo?
Visibly on our
Yeah. And Mary Poppins has come out as well.
I had Mary Poppins too.
No, it's just Mary Poppins remake of.
No, it's not a remake. It's Mary Poppins Returns.
to block his.
Oh, that's gonna be shit.
That's how he
Well, the original Mary Poppins is in it, as well as Emma Blunt.
it hunted and killed his team.
Again, this is the same scene from the original with the KY jelly. If it bleeds, we can kill it. When the big guy died. But I was saying this in the Baboonery, and on when the Predator 2 ran. Instead of this, which definitely expanded the universe, the whole thing with the fucking gun at the end of the second one.
Mm.
They could have done a Predator in the past. Someone's made a video online on YouTube. Predator Dark Ages. Well, it's medieval knights taking on a Predator. It's a fan-made thing,
Yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? But there's a great idea for a concept.
Yeah, it's a good. I know what you mean. It's a good concept for a movie.
Like, not being funny, a Predator on a battleship under siege. A Predator in a situation, like, you know what I mean? In China. You know what I mean? It could have been something completely different. Put the Predator in a different situation.
Yeah, if you go by the comic books, he's fought everyone.
Like Batman, aye.
Yeah, he's fought Superman as well. Really? It's like,
But there's market there, there's story.
I know, but Superman versus a Predator, I reckon Superman just blasts him with his eyes.
That's a
Superman
problem.
against anyone, to be fair. Wonder Woman might be a bit of a chore.
It's like, what was that? So when Superman's flying around, he sees Wonder Woman lying on top of the fucking.
Oh, I know which
Building.
one you're about.
And he
Superman's
fucking
flying about,
flies
sees
down
Wonder
and
Woman with her
fucking
legs
shouts.
wide open.
He
She
flies
thinks, "Hold
down.
on, I'm faster than a speeding bullet. I could whip down there, fuck her, and be away without her even noticing." So he does. So he flies down, does it. She sits and goes, "What the fuck's that?" The Invisible Man goes, "I don't know, my fucking arse is killing us." Yes, best joke ever. Had to get that in, so I'm not letting you have that.
Aye. Aye, but they Superman's like unkillable, you know what I mean?
It is all of them, Superman versus Batman. I thought, not even in that big, massive, stupid metal suit that Batman's got would he ever become anywhere close to beating them. But it's just like,
I think Batman vs Superman, personally for me, would have worked better if it was Christian Bale still. You know what I mean?
saying that, like,
Yeah,
I
I thought it was
watched
alright.
League of Legends. Will you take your phone off, vibrate for goodness?
Well, it's better than going,
Watched that League of Legends.
League of Legends?
No.
Justice League.
Justice League.
I
That's
haven't
it.
seen Justice League.
League of Legends is the one with Sean Connery in, isn't it?
That's League of
Yeah.
Restored Gentlemen.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, the new DC film, and I thought, nah.
They haven't got the edge.
No,
Marvel's
Marvel's
got it.
absolutely kicking, but like, there's that many, like, Marvel's just like, DC brings what, one, maybe two films out, whereas now Marvel's just got
Marvel's got it planned.
everything going.
Marvel's
That's
got
what we should
massive-
do, because there's an actual thing on the internet that tells you exactly what order to watch every single Marvel film in.
How's it come out? We're not doing that. We need the next podcast need to be standalone films, and then we need to think about the next trilogy. But Marvel's, I think we might piss off a lot of. We'll have to get a comic book expert in for that. To fly Big Dave in from South Shields. Right, coming here.
Back to the film.
Do you know this? Back to the film, yes. Do you know what's coming right now?
Yeah,
What? Tell me.
it's the guy at the Matrix sneaks up on him with two
No.
pills in his hand.
To the red one or the white one? No, the creature they are about to shoot and kill is the creature originally in the original Predator movie that Van Damme played. The creature is based off what the Predator was going to look like before Stan Winston did.
What the hell was I doing during this part of the film last time I seen it?
There's the music back there. But yeah, this creature here is based off what Van Damme was wearing. What the original Predator was going to look like. That's what they did there. Guess what it was? Did you not know that?
Nah,
Jack's face is
don't
nearly
even know-
touching the
I
fucking
know,
screen.
I don't even know what I was doing.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it was meant to look like. If you watch the making of the Predator, and it's got the suit and it has like the chicken head, thing head, but yeah. Didn't know that, did you?
I'm trying to think, unless I went in to make a brew or something like that whilst I was watching it. I can't even remember that bit, you know.
But there we go. So that is basically where they got the whole design from. It's sort of an homage, a tribute to it. I do have a film called Man vs. Hunter, which I watched when we did the Predator video a couple of years ago. Very similar concept.
Predator video a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the one we did in the woods with the clown.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you meant like our podcast.
Yeah,
I was like, that wasn't a couple of years ago.
yeah. See, get a bit in there. Oh yeah, here we go. Now you know who this was meant to be, don't you?
Who it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Great reveal that. You know who that was meant to be?
Who?
It's meant to be Danny Glover.
Is it? Why was it?
I think the original idea was for Danny Glover to be it. Danny Glover had suffered a stroke about the similar time or whatever. Lawrence Fishburne had worked with the director on Armored, and it was
right.
2 days filming. So I think the original idea, the idea as well to have Arnold Schwarzenegger in this at some point in early drafts. But at the same time, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't making films at this time; he was governor. But yeah, if that was Danny Glover, no disrespect to Lawrence Fishburne,
Would have made
it
the
would
film.
have made the film. It would have brought it in a bit. Because what happens to Danny Glover at the end of Predator 2? The Predators get him because he's killed the Predator, so he's on there, but now he's like fucking running around.
Yeah.
But Danny Glover can play crazy.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
He pulls it off well, like.
Yeah.
He pulls it off very well. But no disrespect to him, he'll always be Morpheus out of the Matrix. No matter what film he's ever done,
I don't know, to me,
I can always see him.
Event Horizon,
Nah, not even that. Morpheus just overpowers it, like.
I'm sure I said in the end of the Event Horizon podcast that this is where he ends up. He could technically be from Event Horizon because he goes in the black hole, he goes to hell. Sam Neill's. That was probably Sam Neill, Metamorphosis, running through the jungle there. You know how he's butt naked by the end of the film, all scratched up. That was Sam Neill. What happened to them at the end of Event Horizon? Well, there we go. There's the fucking Event Horizon there, crashed. That's a great shot. That's very like Deer Hunter, when Robert De Niro walks across the top of the bank and his entire reflection's reflected in the water. And it's an amazing shot. I think you can take the mask off now, but he's just... But there we go, it's a great thing how it's got that samurai look to it. Which means they've had a samurai warrior there at one point for him to find that helmet. Unless Shredder was knocking around.
There you go, there's another thing. Turtles are on there as well.
That'd be great to do the original 3 Turtles movies. Since I'm sure we've seen the second one or the third one at the pictures.
Definitely. Yeah, we did. Secrets of the Ooze.
I still don't believe I didn't realise David Warner was the Ooze guy when I met him a few weeks back. Bugged his face, asking, where the fuck do I know that guy from? It's the Ooze man from Turtles 2. So yeah, now we go into Event Horizon. He's a good actor, Lawrence Fishburne. Like, I don't know about the Matrix. I think the first Matrix is great, but it's like you can't take the Matrix seriously after you've seen Justin Timberlake and Shaw Williams Scott MTV spoof of it. You do the robot. I don't understand why. What if I can't do it? And it's cut between Keanu Reeves just like that, and then they've got them at the party. And Morpheus is like,
show me this clip.
Watch this, because there's a bit where this guy's like, "Whoa, we're all gonna have a orgy in Morpheus," and like, they're like, "What's going on?" And it's like, "It is true. What you've heard." And everyone's like, "Way orgy."
Oh, I've never seen it.
Keanu Reeves just keep going. What if I can't? Just try it, man. It's just the robot. Justin Timberlake doing that. It's just like, and then there's like a million stiflers.
Right.
That's a shitload of stiflers, and they're having that fucking re-rating the fight between them. It's fucking crazy, like.
Oh, you're going to have to show it after this.
Then
So-
again,
Oh, sorry, I was just about to say, so this part of the film is basically this guy here, he was one of the groups of people that came in, and he is one of the survivors.
he's another guy who survived, but he's got this nice setup. He's managed to survive there, but he brings them all back just to get the predators to go there, so he sort of exposes himself. But he's obviously gone batshit crazy. I was reading something about IMDb about Forbidden Planet, the lighting in this as well.
The schools are so much nicer there.
Again though,
See, I don't like the way he talks in it. I really don't like the way he talks. He sounds like a sex pest in it.
no,
Total sex pest. I don't like that voice where people try and act like scary, but instead they kind of talk like this.
everyone's got the crown crusty voice.
It's like the League of Gentlemen, the TV program, where
They're all creepy.
yeah, and there's a film in it. It's the same voice. He says, "Me and my son would like to sit down and watch our favorite movie together." He goes, "What's that? Watership Down?" He goes, "No, the Ass Master. It's a man. He goes round filming people's asses." It's that voice. Total creep.
Creep. See, I think if it was Danny Glover and he starts freaking out there, I think Danny Glover's going to save him. Danny Glover's going to star, and he pulls in the craziness. I don't think Lawrence Fishburne delivers it good enough. I'm sorry, but I don't think so. Whole craziness. Wesley Snipes.
You could have pulled it out.
No, I'm not saying that character. Adrian Brody's character. Wesley Snipes would have been a good call.
See, once you've watched it a couple of times, you kind of just think, no, he is suited for it. Like, but you could have put anyone in there.
Unlike Predator 2, where it's like, who replaces Arnold Schwarzenegger? By this point, it's like, right, who's the guy to do it?
But then again, it's a total different era. Now it's
Now it'd be Zac Efron.
yeah, probably. But the thing
Korea
is,
Turner.
now it's not like, because if you go back like to the 80s when Predator was made, it's like, who were the main actors? Who were the big action movies?
It was a different
Stallone,
time.
Arnie, Van Damme,
With Van Damme.
proper muscly hunch.
If
beasts,
this was
whereas-
a couple of years later, at this time this was made, it would have been The Rock. It could have been The Rock, Doom, you know what I mean? It's
Again, he would have pulled it off. I would have liked to have seen him being the main guy.
this is a couple of crossovers already to our podcast. I've done the Event Horizon, Lawrence Fishburne there. I talk about Adrian Brody a lot with Extra because the lead actor looked like Adrian Brody. I like the colour they've got going there, it's very orangey as well.
So it's like an evolution. The trampolines themselves into very killers.
So the trailer now, the fourth one's into halfway through it, a new super predator looking like Bigfoot. Sat on Earth, more Marines.
But what it looks like, from what I've gathered, it's like ex-military or military personnel who's dropped a clanger and now they're going to jail, so like a military prison type thing. So,
Yeah. So
it gives them that more of a badass kind of, whoa, what's going on?
Unless they're being taken there to experiment with their blood and the predator they've caught. They're like the renegades, what are going to be
I've
like
just sussed the whole film. Do you know that big hunch, steroid-looking motherfucker's predator?
the Bigfoot predator.
Yeah.
Well, he must be the new, unless he's scientific.
No. That's exactly what I'm thinking. He's man-made, not man-made, but he's a hybrid of.
Hybrid of man. Maybe.
Or they've caught him, and they've just experimented on him that much.
Well, the original trailer with that, well, Lawrence Fishburne tells the story of Predators. Well, we'll discuss some Predators. 4. The kid brings down like the ship, so there's some kind of like, that was what we originally got, and now we've got the idea of like, you don't even see the kid in the new trailer, except for a mom as well being brought into it, who could work there, or the kid's dad works at this experimental place. He sends the things to his son of safekeeping, and he gets killed.
I hope we're going to the pictures to see this, by the way.
We are.
Going straight back here to do a review. And go,
Like,
do you know what was said? Do you know everything what was said? We were all totally wrong. Nothing that we said happened.
I have to mark down the date, because I tell you what, when we went to see it, we watched the film, we came back here, we filmed it, I edited it, because obviously you need to get a review out quick. And there's nothing worse when you make a review and you wake up the next day and it's gone viral. And you've just got like fucking 400 comments to be like, fuck you, you fucking prick and all that. Like, hang on a minute, what are you doing there? But like, how much we put in it, but obviously doing it baboonry as well.
Yeah.
Especially trying to get that fucking fake blood off my face the next day. It's like, woke up and I was like beetroot red. That happened with the Ghostbusters video I did, man. I woke up the next day and I had fucking hundreds of comments on it. I was like, okay, you haven't even seen the film?
Okay, now Lawrence Fishburne's gone. Everyone's probably thinking, guy's fucking Coco Loco, like, let's fucking bail. Oh no, yeah, he's just fucking hiding.
We've just been talking there for a while, and that was a big long scene, another breather. We came to see a Predator movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like,
The
it's slowed right down, yeah. Again, it's building characters, but maybe you could have done that a bit. Again though, you know what this is a bit like as well? Condemned and stuff. Throwing people into a fucking island. In Battle Royale. It's like Battle Royale.
I've never seen it.
You never seen Battle Royale?
No.
Yeah, I watched that the other. You can borrow it now. But I'll not tell you much about
I've
it.
got a DVD player.
The Blu-ray player?
I'm going to Blu-ray. Oh, I have.
I forgot you're a fucking pirate, aren't you?
Oh.
Story is, it's filmed years ago, so it's not like one day correct, right? The schools are just fucked, and like basically this class of 44, I'm looking at the camera there, they get dumped on this island, sent out there with a bag, and only one person can come back alive, and they're all like 15, 16 year old friends from school, and it's got to kill each other. It's fucking brutal. Because everyone's like,
I could do that. Most people in my age school are dicks.
back to Daniel McGuigan again.
By the way, if you're watching this, I'm only joking. I like you all. Apart from 95.
I've seen Bubble before. When I was in the supermarket, I was like, hi Bubble. He's like, yeah. It's fucking...
I've not seen him for years.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone in years. Now that I live in Allendale, it's just you the only person I come back to see. Oh, cheers, mate. That means a lot. No, you
It does mean a lot. Sorry, I was staring. Yeah. I do appreciate it. I love how we've done this, like, because I love going to the pictures and then going back. Then we're always trying to film something. We're trying to go and do that video for the Alien at some point your way, like that camp video we're thinking about doing, and with a crazy song and Attacked by an Alien. But again, it's getting me, you together with somebody else to film it. To be honest with you, now it'd be the perfect time to do that because you've got the drone and stuff. You know, like the drone could be the alien ship.
Yeah. You could, yeah, good thinking.
See? Yeah. So yeah, we are planning stuff, but then me and Jack have been trying to do this. Because it's great to catch up, reminisce. We're very similar, we've known each other for a very long time, and reminisce over films, talking. But with this being the... Hopefully you've watched the other two Predators, so by this point we're trying to lengthen the conversation, because really there's fuck all happening on the telly.
Yeah.
And unless you know the action, it's great scenes, it's shot really well. very orangey lit.
But everyone just wants to see the Predator, basically.
Yeah.
First one, second one. Even in... It's going to hurt us saying it. Alien vs Predator 1 and 2, you see a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you got the
Well,
the Predator,
you've got them. You've got them. Oh no,
You see the whole
see a lot
planet?
of them both. It's a lot of a lot of action, whereas this one's just kind of too much. And actually, I would hate to see the fourth one. I would hate to see that one just being long drawn out about ex-military.
The thing about the fourth one, it's written by Shane Black, so you've got the guy who was a ghostwriter on the first one, but you've also, it's the same guy who's wrote Lethal Weapon, Last Boy Scout, directed Iron Man 3, recently directed Nice Guys. So you've got an award-winning writer
who likes his action.
Who likes his action, and I mean Iron Man 3, he's a solid director, so... So we're finally getting a bit of action. He would be called Noah, wouldn't he?
It's his arc.
He's his arc, aye.
Oh, crazy motherfuckers trying to kill them.
Again though, if it was Danny Glover in a shorter role, you know, like an Overglow Ride cameo, this would have been great. But Lawrence Fishburne's just this crazy guy they've met.
Seeing all my years that I'm like, obviously not now, I'm a truck driver now, but I've worked in the NHS for like 9 years and I've never ever, and I've seen some really unwell people, I've never ever once seen anyone talk to someone as if they're right next to them.
Well, like me with my videos.
But you know what I mean, like, I've never ever seen anyone. You pull it off though, you pull it off well. I wouldn't section you because you're that good. Yes. The back.
The Predators are back. I love the music. Hurricane Rain recently got the fucking Predator vinyl, man, and the fucking vinyls, like the Predator Vision, is fucking awesome.
This is actually the... It's my ringtone. I feel awesome when it goes off. Everyone looks at us and like, turn around.
Want some candy? This is a weak death, I think, as well.
What took you so long?
I don't. Visually it was alright, but a big hole in the chest.
Yeah.
A big hole in the chest.
Big hole in the neck,
chest. He falls out and you
drops
see it
to
there.
his knees, you see him at the hole in, and then he just to one side.
Not a big
gone.
fucking...
Not CGI explode.
Said they had Lawrence Fishburne for 2 days, and that's probably why. I totally think we should watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space after this.
I don't think I should.
Audio comedy track of just Jack screaming. Again, though, a bit of action. I mean, it's been a while since there's been something going on, though. Like, Predator 2 was like, it's solid. It's a roller coaster. But this is almost like a remake, because the original had a lot of slow points before it builds up that end climax. You know, one by one there was none, picking off people now and again.
You can't compare this to the first one. Like even
Have you seen the comment on the box? Finally, the sequel the original deserves. Shut up, man.
Who was that done by? I mean, like Times Magazine.
It's just buy your drink over there.
Time out.
Time out. I love this shot. I think I love a shot lit in red there.
Like us.
Like us right now. No one can see us.
Oh.
Except for if we do like, I was saying to you, like best bits. Like you take the three best bits and you cut out the bits where we're talking. Like the whole KY jelly thing that's in Predator 2 Baboonery. I just had to, it took us fucking ages to find that, you know. I was like, at what point were we talking about KY jelly?
And glow sticks.
Yeah. And then Daniel McGuigan, as I say, we're talking about Daniel McGuigan for ages.
He would survive this. If you put
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
McGuigan in this, he would survive it. Definitely.
Daniel McGuigan's been a stealthy assassin since we were a kid. Remember he knocked us off the stage at the school pantomime in the Christmas tree. Thanks Daniel for that.
Just remember him always playing Levo and things like that, where he'd all have his torches and he'd just appear from nowhere in his camel gear. He always used to have a hat like Blaine used to have,
Yeah.
like the army hat with curled up like that. He'd just appear from nowhere. Turn around.
Again, I love the colours here. We've went from
Yeah.
black to now blue. And this is almost like a reveal with the whole water, I think, coming up here. Because it's the second one he chucks in. That's a shit flare. Again, he had a pretty fall from grace though, didn't he? Because like, he hit Spider-Man 3, but obviously that got so much hate, and he got so much hate from Venom, didn't he, as well?
It's going to be like Ryan Reynolds in the Green Lantern. That's going to be his film that just really fucked him. Like
Ryan Reynolds, man, I'm waiting. I was really wanting to watch that again.
what's that? Waiting. It's wait. I've seen it. I can't remember.
Working at the restaurant.
Yes, I can't remember what it's like.
Doing a bit of an Aliens now, though, isn't it? How many fucking flares did he have? Yes, that's a great reveal. That's great imagery there.
Yeah.
The smoke, the eeriness of it. You know, it's like Kevin Bacon and Hollow Man.
See, that got a lot of hate. I love that film, especially when he nails that bird. Oh yeah, if I was invisible, I'd definitely be poking naked birds.
Oh my god, dude, that's so dark.
I tell them though, whisper in their ear.
My name's Jack Sharp. Have you seen Hollow Man 2?
My name's Stephen Mason.
Hollow Man 2,
I wouldn't watch
Christian Slater is Hollow Man because he obviously
is it?
Yeah, he's got the voice, but you know what the climax of the film is? Two invisible men fighting. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Headlock, suplex. Bit the same death as Bane. Tusks.
What a shithead.
Shows you the power of them, like. Pretty cool mask, obviously, you know, giving them a bit more, oh, that's how he dies, isn't it? So that's one Predator down anyway. Still, we haven't seen that. Oh, that CGI doesn't look very good there.
Awful, isn't it?
That's fucking terrible,
Just
that.
had to say that.
Oh, no.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. That's Spawn nasty, that. Fake fireman. It's like Baywatch. Have you seen Baywatch? I was like, what the fuck? But see, being on an alien planet, they don't like. There's nothing wrong with the breathing. There's nothing wrong with the weird atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? Until now, where you go, that sounds different. There's windy going on there, right? Okay, you actually are on an alien planet.
We fucking killed him! Huh? Who's your daddy now, motherfucker? How's your daddy now, motherfucker? I'm not dick, bitch!
That was a pretty weak death for him, like. That's the bit in the trailer where there was fucking loads of beams going up on them. Oh, he's not dead, is he?
Do you know who that reminds us of?
Hudson.
Hudson. You want some? You want some? Oh, he put that.
Finally, we get to see that in the series, and that is a great shot.
Yeah.
Finally, we get to see the alien predator rip someone's spine out properly.
If you actually Google predators and put images, that one there, that was nearly going to be one of the ones that was stood behind you. But the image quality wasn't that good.
Thing is about predators, you know. I mean, if they come out in 4K, I've ordered a steelbook for that, but like, you can get Predator 1, 2, and 3 with all the extra features, right? $7.99 brand new on Blu-ray. It's like fucking. I was talking about this with Darkman's. Like, I just recently got the Darkman box set because it went down to a reasonable price, $17.99. There we go. See, again, using different visions as in the second one, but like Darkman 1, 2, and 3 are not very good at all. And you know what I mean. You expect that to be $7.99 for a trilogy box set. You know what I mean. This reminds me of totally Lost World, Jurassic Park, running through away from the raptors.
Lost World.
What about the Lost World?
It's there.
On VHS? Oh, yeah, it is there. I've been meaning to turn them brick towers down. I'll keep looking at VHS and keep, why is that turned around? I think someone asked us why I had, what was it the other day? Someone was on one of the videos. It asked us why I had someone on VHS. What was it? Oh, Pavarotti. Well, have you got them? I don't know. I just fucking came with build up. A brick tower.
Time for the Chinese guy to have a Billy moment.
Yeah, good standoff. Again, this is like Billy.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like Billy, but we're going to get a bit more for our money this time.
This is what you should have had in the first one.
Yeah.
You should have seen the fight scene. Then again, by the sounds of
The
it,
music
didn't-
though, it's the same. Listen, it's the same music. Dun. It's the same music.
I don't like that mask.
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's the mask that's on all the covers as well. He's not even like the main predator in it. Again, though, the predator isn't super tall. You know, Kevin Peter Hall, who was the predator, was over 7 foot tall. That's, you know what I mean.
See, this is what I
Sounds
don't get.
weird.
He's that strong, you can push him away and make him do flips in the air. But when he's coming down for a big, like, overhand swing with them blades, he can stop it with his sword.
Well, it's a katana though, isn't it? It's,
I don't care. It should just...
they fight to the death, don't they? I couldn't get, like, I mean, I've got my arm pretty fully tattooed now. I can't get my back tattooed. I've got my shoulder tattooed there.
Yeah.
And my friend Chris Hunter's got his entire back done. I was like, there's nothing worse than getting tattooed and not seeing where it's going. Again, though, I think this is a great fight scene.
This should have been Billy. This should have been Billy in the first one. They should have had a good fight scene where it shows that they are... You can fight them before Arnie got to fight them.
It brings in a lot of different tradition, though, especially with the whole, like, samurai factor, you know what I mean? It's a double death, isn't it? So in a sense, he proves that he's just as dangerous as a predator. You know what I mean? He's just come up short there in hand-to-hand combat. And that's very... the whole blowing of it, you know what I mean? Something nicely beautiful about that. Again, it's just sort of like, because it's an alien world, you go from that to... Again, this is just like the end, when they're running with Pancho.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper! Like, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, this is Predator again. Now they're going to be carrying him like Pancho. girl, boy, and that, and then Billy's just died. It's exactly the same thing going on here.
That's meant to be. He's deadly.
Except in the sense he's a heartless bastard and doesn't care about waiting.
Well, that's the twist, isn't it? It's almost like lazy writing. Do you not think these podcasts fucking fly over?
Yeah. I think last time I watched this film, it took ages.
Because you're sort of watching it and like you go, nah, I remember that bit, aye.
There's bits in this way. I can remember every single bit of this film, apart from that the hunter scene.
We can call that one the hunter.
The hunter scene, mate, it is.
You were taking me with you.
I can still make it. Lose him. We'll be trapped. They'll go to him to take trophies. This is our last chance.
This isn't right. He's one of us.
He is. That's what they're counting on.
We're carrying on.
Something for this man. To be human.
No, it's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday.
Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. Again though, look, it's proper slowed down. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
I know.
back to the camp. And this is pretty much the last chapter of the movie.
It's no final fight scene of the first one though.
Well, the thing is, as well, it's like... It's the same with Alien vs Predator, man. It's making the fucking Predator, like the original Predator, the fucking goodie. Because he's iconic. He shouldn't, like... Do you know what I mean? That's the iconic Predator right there.
Yeah.
And, you know, that series, I mean, it's just sort of like... But, like, they make him the fucking goodie in Alien vs Predator when he's running off with the last to fight the Queen Alien.
Yeah.
I think, what the fuck? Then in the Alien versus the prequel, it's the Predator alien and the aliens versus the Predator, and you think, no, that's not it. And the Predator always dies. One Predator should at least survive.
I know. I feel sorry for the Predator.
That's great mask work, though, that. The fucking dreads. Take it. Want some candy? Again, no, it goes. I mean, to be honest with you, this bit here isn't as fast as it begins because of like the whole idea of him giving the gun to Danny Glover in the second one, where the respect.
It's kind of the piece, isn't it?
It's all about the hunt and the respect for honour. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's great about it.
What are you? That was awesome. That sounded just like the Predator.
It's a bit where it goes, motherfucker. First film again.
But it's they're getting caught this time. It was the Predators.
And we've known there's been something different, and we're about to find out what it is. Classic Predator thing. Classic Predator. Head's a little bit too big for me, but there we go.
This is where he realises how far he is away from Earth, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's chopped him down, he's gonna
Oh, he's sending
send him the ship, yeah. Imagine that. You survive this and then you get back and NASA intercept you like fucking Mulder and Scully. You're not going anywhere. Where have you been? Again, though, it's like a tag team now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the head's a bit too big for me. And that is almost like a fucking alien head. That so black with a black visor and stuff like that. Of course, he would have a big nose.
Aliens? Why don't we do Aliens?
'Cause
We've done the original Predators.
That would be a long podcast then, because they're so long. Them ones, like.
It'd be worth it. The Mint films. Apart from the third one.
Third one's not a bad film.
No,
If you
the
want,
fourth one.
well, the fourth one's a bit weird. Have you seen the director's cut? The fourth one, when they end up in Paris at the end.
Oh, man. I'm glad I haven't seen it.
But honestly, I mean,
who wants to go to Paris?
the last time Annie was in America, I lent her Aliens box set off, and
I'll
she's
tell
got
you
the
who wants
black
to go
one.
to Paris.
Who?
Christopher Lambert.
I want to go back to France. I've got the standard release of 1 to 4 chronology in that, and he's got the black version, which I've seen it for a tenner the other week second hand. It was pretty bad boxed, but the extra features, the director's cuts, and the documentaries on that box set are fucking class. Like,
Good on.
aye. Even the saying the commentary's all right. The commentary for I say that I don't like the commentaries on them. 'Cause I'm sure like James Cameron's on about like aliens, and it keeps going. Such and such director of photography, and then this guy would talk, and I was just, what the fuck, man. I think it's Terminator 2 has 27 people on audio commentary. Exactly. So we've got a Predator fight. Actually, wow, that was like the same shot over and over again.
Super nut, wasn't it?
Triple headbutt. CGI. That there, a lot of people think that one there, I think it's meant to be Mac's head,
Right.
but. And here we get the reveal. There's your KY jelly.
I don't like that.
Well, it's an evolution. I think it just caught people off guard. It's more of an octopus head, do you know what I mean? Again, that is like the Spinosaurus killing a T-Rex in fucking Jurassic Park 3. You just killed the classic Predator.
Yeah.
Saying this is the one you should be worried about. You know what I mean? It's like wiping out the iconicness for this new hybrid.
Right.
Again, I'm not sold. I know that's new technology and all that kind of shit. You can do it in a computer rather than having a massive infrared camera, but
Time comes. I'll do us both.
he's like, yeah, baby. No, he's
And
not.
this is the big reveal of realising he's a
Again, no,
fucking
it's-
psycho.
Everyone's quite funny, isn't he?
That's right. It's never a Johnson. There's so many to choose from around here. But don't worry, it's not fair.
Alright, it's not fatal.
It's everything.
Turns on the proper creep factor, doesn't he?
Big time.
Turned into Venom again. CGI is...
It's good in bits and
It's good and
terrible.
terrible. It was
It's either good or terrible.
had the same budget as Alien vs Predator Requiem. Like, I mean that
was good.
That was good. That was a good explosion, especially on the fire. But even now, like, see this bit here, it's all CGI, probably green screen, blurred. Back in the day, if that's what they wanted, they would have went for some kind of optical effect, where it's in camera and it looks
Bringing it
better.
out of focus and then bringing it back into
Yeah.
focus. And
You could see me from
but then again, they're on an alien planet, so fucking knows what that's doing to her.
Hmm. It's like Elephants on Parade, man. Disney had it down. The fucking scary as fuck, that thing, man.
He be tripping.
It's like Ice Cube, man. He knew what he had to do in the 90s, right? Just look at a dog, make a wolf noise, and just stare. And that was it. He was high. She's just like fucking tripping on mushrooms here. Fatal mistake of all baddies, tells the entire story, his problems, rather than just being a super killer and just fucking there going dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you came back.
That was convincing.
Oh, you came back. Oh, hi, Mark. He's kind of ripped like Adrian Brody, like, on it.
She's paralyzed. Maybe I gave her something. I don't know what. But it paralyzed her.
I think she's quite alright. She's quite. Got the weapon. Give me the weapon. No. No sport.
You're so busy taking care of her. Forgot to look out for yourself.
Very orangey.
Shows that he's got a heart as well in this.
Yeah.
Could have been a perfect opportunity to bring a bit of romance into the movie.
You've seen The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
The one woman in it, the fucking doesn't fucking save and
I
she
love
gets
this
fucking
bit.
raped and beaten. It's fucking grim.
This bit just shows how hard he is. Oh shit.
I'm not sure if we've had this too loud. This same volume level as last time, wasn't it?
The movie. It's low.
I'm talking all around.
Plus, you think the sound's coming this way.
I would direct it
Shotgun mic's pointing straight at us, so it'll pick up our audio.
Again, he would go back to fucking the first Predator. Get the underwater drums going there, and there's a fucking setting up a fire. I understand he did. Oh, I don't like that, man.
Too much.
Too much. Becoming a big fan of that, you know, that cosmic blue and the red kind of thing going on there. But I'm enjoying doing the throwback colours now of retro, like late 80s, early 90s kind of shit.
They're good.
Especially with the ones we put on the podcast. It's like, squirrel! What's going on? Too clear on the faces, you know what I mean? Which is the film when oh, it's Spittoon, isn't it? When Junior runs away and he runs into the tree and he thinks he can lie there and they just walk up and jab him as they're walking past. Spittoon. He's running away, man, he hits his head off the tree and he's like that. And he thinks he can just lie there while they walk past and just jab him, dead.
So I think it's
With a bait ring. Oh!
Why? Why would you take all your clothes off for?
And paint yourself in mud. I've seen Predator.
Yeah.
He's got the torch as well. Again, that's way too. I mean, visually, that looks
But
class.
he's covered himself in mud, so how come we can see him?
Yeah, well, there we go. Do it now!
now.
Come on, get to the chopper!
He is pretty hunch-like.
I like that effect. The chaos of it. What was that? A fucking stick hammer?
Like a Predator version of a tomahawk.
What's this remind me of?
Do you know what, you're thinking the exact same thing I am. I'm trying to think what movie is this in, where someone just comes out with like the shadows and whoosh.
Because he goes like that. Right, which one do you kick this? And this fucking keeps getting hit. Picking up the heart rate. Yes, I think we get that. I'm not sure on the draw. It's not got that.
Then again, that probably is why it blew the guy up,
Which one?
because that gun was like how it swizzled. But it was a different alien though, a different predator.
Again, it's so like the fucking first one. Again, even that fucking low shot there of him walking towards him.
If you can chuck someone that far, I reckon the kick would have.
Predator backhand, man. Pretty cool.
Kill shot. Oh, mess with girl.
Messing wide girl, man. Smash that mask off. Nice shows is a badass, but again, it's like it's a lot better than Danny Glover just fucking hitting him with that circular saw and uppercutting in his chest, you know. And that's fucking brutal, that.
It's a lot of KY.
But how much CGI there,
Yeah.
rather than the practical effects you had with the original mask. And there is another beheading. We've already just had one.
Yeah.
I would have settled for that going right into his face, cracking right down the middle of his brow, into his mouth, and his head just parting like Audrey 2 from fucking Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, and dead on the floor. But it was over too quick. That wasn't a fucking battle, do you know what I mean?
See, the final fight scene should have been the two predators.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better ending than.
And is this now Adam and Eve on a fucking planet now? You know what I mean? It's like
Predators 2. We're gonna like have bonked and had kids and.
Boys.
carpool. I mean, the mythology is all there. I mean, it's like Friday the 13th. And keep on coming back with like a different approach to it and keep it in the same universe. But I think the only problem is they haven't expanded on the mythology.
That's the thing, they've left it. But they've left it too long now.
When I was talking to Mark the other day, Mark Emerson, Alex's husband, And we were talking about like Die Hard 1, for instance. John McClane is a vulnerable guy, but he's fucking just hard to kill. And Die Hard 2 works because of the time it was made, and you've got Die Hard 2 and it's a different situation. He's in the airport, and it's like the same shit happens twice. Fair enough, people love the first Die Hard, go to see it. Die Hard 3 is awesome because it's all filmed in New York. It's an outlandish story. Enough time had passed, but when they made Die Hard 4 and 5, John McClane became a fucking super action hero. And like we were talking, like people like Last Boy Scout, Hostage, and Striking Distance should have been Die Hard spin-offs to build on the mythology. You know, and it's like a book. Like Brian Freeman writes books about Jonathan Stride, where he builds and builds and builds throughout the series, and then when you get the big climaxes, it's paid off. And that's what they should have done with this, build and build. But this is just almost like it's a remake, a reboot, a refresh, a cash in, a new Predator movie. Alien vs Predator was alright. Requiem disappointed.
But the thing is, the
this
reviews
game-
on this were shit, so that's probably why they're not.
But again, though, it's like The Thing was a flop. Blade Runner was a flop because of E.T. Everyone wanted to see E.T. Everyone was watching fucking Twilight and stuff when this came out. And it's like, you know what I mean? It gets missed. But like cult, people have watched it finally. You know what I mean?
I watched Twilight.
So it's pretty cool. They got the director's name, and then you had the two original, the two people who came up with this, the brothers. Got the name quite high there as well. I was wondering on there as well. It's got Robert Rodriguez presents Predators. It's like you don't need that. Robert Rodriguez doesn't need present Predators.
Yeah.
Predators is like the name of the film. You know, it'd be interesting to see how he would have changed it. You know, the amount of different films he's done as well. Because I think he should have directed one of the Expendables, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, especially the third one. Like the fourth one you need someone like Antonio Banderas to come along and go like, right, fuck this, and like fucking annihilate the cast. Make it the last one. But
Antonio Banderas, isn't
he's in the third one, yeah.
I think he's got a shit role in it.
Oh, aye. Like Antonio Banderas, like Wesley Snipes was always meant to be in the first one, but Terry Crews had to take his role because Wesley Snipes went to jail. Where you been? Tax evasion.
Yeah.
You know. But then you had brought in the new things like Ronda Rousey. Everyone knows who Ronda Rousey is, but who's the other two? Because they're all
So
like.
you know who's going to be in the fourth one?
Who's that?
I can put money. Conor McGregor will be in it.
No, the fourth one needs to be everyone who's not in it. It needs the fourth one. If it's not Robert Rodriguez, it should be John Woo who directs it. And you have John Travolta, you have Nicolas Cage, you have Christian Slater, you have his boys. You need Jackie Chan in it. Jet Li's not probably going to be in it because he's ill. And you need to get people like Christopher Lambert in it. Fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme can be back in it being a fucking twin. Do you know what I mean? The biggest crime about Expendables, in my opinion, is the second one. Scott Atkins' name not being on the box because he's fucking Van Damme's henchman. Scott Atkins is a big action star. Didn't even get his name on it. You know what I mean?
The thing is, like, a lot of people won't. You'll say Scott Atkins and they'll go, who?
You're in fucking loads of stuff now, man. Scott Atkins is fucking Deadpool and fucking Wolverine, man. That would have been funny as well in Deadpool 2. It was actually Scott Atkins dressed up as...
That's what you need to show us.
What?
That clip.
What, the MTV clip?
Yeah, of
Stiff
Justin Timberlake and...
We'll do it, don't worry. We'll have to keep on talking, like...
until it actually finishes.
Blue Fontenot. Love this song.
It's my ringtone, if I haven't already mentioned it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Just feel triple hard when it goes off.
I don't have a ringtone now. Didn't even fucking get your missed phone call. I was like, I'm not going to miss phone call off Jack.
And I was like, oh no, what happens if he doesn't answer? But no, all in all, film wise, I wouldn't give it.
It goes Predator 1, Predator 2, Predator 3. That's a hierarchy of Predator movies.
In fact, no, I'm putting Predator 4 in front of this. I even just have to see the trailer. I think Predator 4 will be better than this.
Well, we don't know yet, do we? But yeah, I don't know how this would have went down if Casper was here. I hope Casper's got a speedy recovery. I am going to do Under Siege 1 and 2 with Casper, because Casper is a massive Steven Seagal fan. Like, fucking hell, Casper could grow a fucking ponytail, he fucking would. Troublemaker Studios. Do you watch that Lucha Underground wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
They've got it down to a T. They've just got this fucking like Aztec temple wrestling ring,
Right.
and they've got all like the luchadors. They've got there's some famous wrestlers in it.
Mm.
You come in and that, but it's filmed at the same place because sometimes like Danny Trejo's in the crowd, Robert Rodriguez cheering them on,
Oh,
and
right.
it's fucking brilliant wrestling, man. But it's just got some kind, you know what I mean? It's like it's got this real quirkiness about it. It's real funny watching, but some of the wrestling is mint. I like that new riff.
See, you don't actually like when you actually sit and look at the end titles, how many people it actually takes to make this movie.
Paul Ray was saying one of the new things they started doing, especially I think on The Greatest Showman, they've started putting X thousand people worked on this film. You know
Instead
what I mean?
of the full shebang.
But it's like me when I like
Rightly so, because at the end, although it does look good, because I'm pretty sure digital colorist assistant Jake King, when he was watching this and his name came out, he was like, "That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. I did that. Or this is a bit I did." But I think it's just like, does anyone apart from us and people who hopefully who are watching this actually watch it?
they do now because they think they're going to have. See, they're Predators in blue. They think now there's going to be a hidden bit at the end. Everyone always waits at the cinema now, and there's not.
Oh, I was just about to, I thought that was like this big surprise for us. I was like, I've never seen it.
I mean, getting a big surprise with Darkman. This fucking creepy fucking thing keeps appearing at the end of the two Darkmans. So that has been the podcast for Predators. It has just finished there. We have no idea what we're going to do next, so make sure you join me, probably, so again till I catch up with Jack. I've been Steve Mason, and this is Jack.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Toodles.
Doodles, you did it!
Every time.